already getting mobile. First thing in the morning, our site set up right in front of Le Gravier, which really means gravel in French. It feels like you probably could hear the whole ocean moving when a big set lands on your head.
Yeah, well, when you wipe out at Le Gravier, it feels like you're getting dragged along the road, and I think that's kind of it. It's a heavy wave. We've seen some crazy wipeouts. I remember a couple of years back, Jeremy Flores getting a 2-wave hold down. I think it was up against Mick Fanning. He did some damage as a wild card, by the way, and through the social media, we've seen some incredible tube riding stuff from him. So fingers crossed we get a bit of that.
Has a lot to brag about in his career. I think the biggest one, though, is that Vulcan Pipe Pro title that really put him on the map. First wave of the contest, a left-hander for Griffin Colapinto. Snap to start into a carving turn. Surfer from San Clemente lights up the lip section. Nice patience and tempo for Colapinto to finish on his feet.
That was a great opening wave there from Griffin. Just nice, cool, calm, collected, mistake-free surfing.
Is when you see the beach fill up with so many Europeans backing Leo. First wave for Griffin, what'd you think?
Yeah, I liked it. Obviously spent a bit of time waiting for this, so time is ticking away. Who drew first blood? It was Griffin, and some beautiful, clean backhand surfing here from the young Californian. I like it, just needed to finish that off. Obviously, it looks like there's not a lot of opportunity. So when you do get a good wave like that, capitalize on it, finish off. Judges want to see that completion.
And there is so much talent coming out of San Clemente. 20 minutes on the clock. Griffin starts with a 6. On the right-hander, Igarashi, blowtail reverse. Big layback, but can't finish.
It's actually got a name after a famous footballer in Australian rules football in Australia. You can see there, Kanoa blowing the tail out.
Now Soli Bailey looking left. Hits the lip and gets tangled up in transition.
Once he gets into that 8 to 10 foot range, and you're looking at some crazy double ups on the inside that can, board breakers obviously can hurt yourself and get held under. So it's a strong wave.
Locking into this one, rookie on tour, Solomon Bailey. Nice clean wrapping cutback. Tagging that lip line and finishes with a third maneuver.
3.8 came from Soli Bailey, his first real wave of substance as well. You're going to see these guys looking for those sections and trying to capitalize.
Left-hander setting up for Igarashi. In the top 10 and keeping that spot courtesy of a huge win at Karamas for France. Looking sharp.
Looking sharp.
Griffin Colapinto comes down with a powerful backhand snap, kicks out of the closeout. You can see that 0.2 next to his 6.0, so he was just up and out of the left previous, getting more of a score there. Take a quick break. More action from the first heat of the seeding round right after this. Potts, let's get caught up during the break. Kanoa Igarashi on his backhand.
Yeah, Kanoa, obviously an incomplete ride on wave number 1, so making sure that he finishes off this one here. A couple of big backside maneuvers. So Kanoa back-to-back wipeouts for him. Griffin Colapinto started off with a 6-point ride, which is quite a solid score, and then comes through the inside and completes his wave. Very important here. Bailey, who desperately needs a result. He desperately needs scores as well here. Going for broke with a big throwaway aerial maneuver.
Soli Bailey up again, choosing this running left on the bank. Chases the pocket on the carve, now reaching for a big air section. Full rotation attempt for Solomon, but he goes down.
Last. Well, it's definitely not what you're looking for, that's for sure. It's a long way to come to lose, but you get a second shot, which is good. Griffin Colapinto might not need it. 6.5 on his last ride, Joe, so looking pretty solid.
So with Griffin, you kind of get caught by that section. He'll lose that priority. Soli moves to second priority. 10:15 to go. Igarashi looking to improve on a 3.5 here. Belts the lip and goes down again.
You know what, from the get-go on that wave, you could see him looking right, then he looked left, then he looked right again, then decided to go left, so straight away he was in two minds on what he was going to do.
Doug Marsh from Cronulla in Australia, but longtime resident of France, longtime coach of Frederico. Looking at the conditions, backside hack there for Soli Bailey. Right in the pocket for a second turn, and just making sure he's riding out of those maneuvers. two-turn combo. The 1.4 is gone. Needing a 3.67 for Kanoa's spot in second.
Definitely borderline right there. Kind of again, he kind of looked right, deciding on which way to go. Obviously using the backhand attack here. First maneuver connected beautifully with that. Second one a little bit more vertical, so nice surfing there from Soli Bailey. 3.67 requirement to get himself into that number 2 spot.
Kanoa rolling in, looking for the score. His bottom turn is able to power through that little bump to start. Clean backhand float. Solid turn right on the money. Reaches for the float off the top. Igarashi only needing a 4.25 to get his spot back in second.
Yeah, I think he's done it. That was a classic wave there. Good combination of turns.
Needing a huge result in the last 3 events of the season. Back to Kanoa's wave putts.
Yeah, a little bit of a sleepy start, but then started to get the ball rolling. Little transition maneuver, nice deep bottom turn. Good little snap in the pocket. And then got this little inside combo right here, just getting it up in time to finish off that last turn. So that's looking like Kanoa's best wave. And as you said, needing a 4.25, I think that's going to come in just above that, in that 5-point range maybe, Joe? As we said, the judges set in the scale early here this morning. Kanoa did exactly what he needed to do.
Griffin up now, trying to protect the lead. Gets through some foam, harder off the bottom, tail drift attempt, he'll go down. Nothing changing in his top 2. Rookie Soli Bailey in motion. Big float to start, late hit in transition. And that one's a tough fall putt, knowing that Kanoa really turned in one of his better rides. Soli is going to be playing catch-up now.
Yeah, he needed to answer right back, didn't he?
Doesn't matter what the swell's like, doesn't matter what the bank's like. That's what's so beautiful about surfing in the ocean. You have this spontaneity, unpredictable factor. And Kanoa looks like he's finding a rhythm in the back part of this heat. Clean carve to start for Igarashi. Blowtail, a challenging maneuver that he can pull off. An amazing maneuver there, considering the section didn't really dictate that kind of maneuver.
Yeah, opting to go on the right-hander here for Kanoa Igarashi. Nice, clean opening turn, trying to set that rail. A little bit of lump and bumps, a very tricky aerial maneuver there. And Kanoa comes out nice and clean. Just unfortunately got stuck behind the section. If you're in it just to make up the numbers, forget about it. Find something else. Go play golf or something. But, you know, you got to be in it to win it, that's for sure. And you want the best guys.
140 to go. Split peak will stick with Solomon on the right. Blowtail finish incomplete for Bailey. He's gone down on his last couple of attempts. Down to 90 seconds.
Into that last section, knew he needed to do something big to put a good score on the board. And then Soli Bailey, who just really hasn't found the rhythm here in this heat. You can see just in 2 minds trying to force that last.
Let's see what happened on the split. Griffin went left.
Yeah, Griffin trying to better a 6.0, so fairly chunky score. So he needs something special. A little bit of downtime there to get around the section, connecting nicely, but incomplete.
So many great performances in history when you think about some classic finals. The final with John Florence, Jadson Andre. Had so many people you couldn't even see the sand on that finals day. Rock and roll float for Kanoa Igarashi to finish on his feet. It looked like he performed in basically the back end. About 8 minutes on the clock, getting all of his keeper scores. As we'll give you that official result in just a moment from the first heat of the seeding round here at the Quiksilver Pro.